warm welcome to all the participants in today's webinar. This is our 80th webinar in our talk series. A special welcome to speaker Dr. Joline Fernandes for creating our detox program. It's been detailed out to perfection day by day with a simple, easy to do diet and exercise program. It addresses each one of our critical organs, one organ detox every day. For those of you who haven't signed up yet, please do so after this program and improve your health with the detox and tone up your body too. Today, Dr. Joline is going to talk to us on the benefits of detox, and she's also going to give us an overview of the actual program designed by her that starts on Monday, 23rd of this month. You will, however, need to sign up today or tomorrow by afternoon so you can get the grocery list and prepare from Monday onwards. For those who are here just to listen to the talk on the benefits, Dr. Joline will also be there to talk to you, take you through that, and she'll be there to address your questions after. So a little bit about Rtambhara Wellness. We are a collective of like-minded individuals that look at wellness in a holistic way, not just the body, but the mind as well, and all through the practice of knowledge and wisdom that comes from our ancient Indian scriptures and heritage. We conduct corporate programs and retreats for wellness that look at personal transformation, and the details are available on our website, Rtambhara We also conduct webinars regularly, and our earlier talks are uploaded on YouTube under Rtambhara Wellness. And if you'd like to be part of our community, please post your contact details, cell number, email ID, and we can add you to our groups. If you'd like to volunteer as well, please let us know. In today's session, we have a talk for 40 minutes followed by a Q&A, and feel free to post your questions on the chat function, and Dr. Joline Fernandes will answer your questions after her talk. So let's get on with today's session and learn holistic wellness benefits of a detox program. It's my absolute pleasure to introduce Dr. Joline Fernandes to you. She's a consulting homeopath and clinical nutritionist. She completed clinical nutrition from the School of Health, Gloucestershire, Stroud, England. She's the founder of Dr. Joline's Clinic, based in South Goa, India. And Dr. Joline's Clinic is a center for holistic and naturopathic treatments. She specialized in prevention and management of lifestyle disorders like diabetes, hormonal imbalance, obesity, arthritis, cardiometabolic disorder, and various other diseases. So over to you, Dr. Joline.
Hi, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. We'll get started with the program. I'll share my screen right away. Okay. So to all the participants here, for those who've registered and those who've shown interest in a detox program, first let us understand in simple terms what is a detox actually. So basically a detox is nothing but it's an elimination of your toxins in the body. All right, it is the removal of toxins, and it's very simple. Each of our bodies are made to eliminate toxins via the respiratory system or via the gut or via the skin also. All right, even the saliva, when we spit out things, we also spit out a lot of toxins in it. So we are designed by nature to remove these toxins. So why all of a sudden is detox trending? You know, why is everybody talking about detox? So what is the need to do a detox today? Now, how do these toxins get into our body? By just 3 simple routes, that is through the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, and also through the liquids or the water that we drink. These are the routes through which the toxins enter our body. Now, how do these accumulate into the body? A few years back, nobody had even heard of, autoimmune conditions. Certain diseases were not even existing. But today, the lifestyle has changed so much that there are a number of diseases, newer and newer diseases coming into the limelight, and the severity and the chronicity of these diseases are increasing. One of the major reasons we have a lot of accumulation of toxins in the body is dietary changes. From home cooked food, now we've moved to packet food. All right. And we are made to believe that this packet food is healthy. Even though on the packet it says it's healthy, always make sure you turn the packet and read the ingredients mentioned on the packet. It will be having some or the other chemicals, and these chemicals enter into your blood and clog your cells or clog the organs, causing accumulation of toxins and not letting your body detoxify itself the way it is supposed to detoxify. So diet, especially following diet trends, there are a lot of diet trends that are very, very famous today, especially diets that are vegan, which say gluten free. So these are diets that take you to eating more processed food, more packaged food. Stuff that is very natural, very organic, easily available to you is made the enemy. They will tell you that these are foods that you're not supposed to eat just because they grow in and around you, they are local to you. So what they do, they try and sell you packet food. Okay. Then a lot of under eating. Today's generation believes that if you eat less, if you skip 1 or 2 meals a day, you could be healthy. So even under eating, when you're deficient in a lot of vitamins, especially vitamin D and vitamin B12, these are 2 very, very vital vitamins that you need to detoxify your body. And when you undereat, you really, really compromise on these 2 nutrients. Of course, the other micronutrients as well, such as zinc and iron and, magnesium, calcium. But these are 2, that is your vitamin D and your B12 levels. Next, excess of tea and coffee. Nowadays, we just replace our normal meals with such a lot of tea and coffee. Even in the corporate world, though we're not meeting physically today, but we're having meetings online. And I know a lot of my clients themselves who came to me with a lot of problems. And the major cause was excess of tea and coffee. Now, excess of tea and coffee causes dehydration of your brain. All right. And it increases your sugar craving. So when you drink a lot of coffee, you always need that cookie or the biscuit, or, you need something to go with it if you're drinking it in excess. So these are foods that you need to cut out if you, want to get your, get onto a detox, start a detox in your body. Next is sodium rich foods. Of course, we all need sodium. Sodium is one of the, electrolytes or one of the minerals that is required for our functioning of the nerves, specifically of the nerves. But foods that are very, very rich in sodium, especially packet foods, then your, processed meats. People who eat a lot of processed meats like cold cuts, your ham, salami, cheese, these are very, very rich in sodium. And the increase in sodium in the body causes a lot of acidity in the body. It creates an acidic medium in the body, which will trigger the growth of tumor cells, of bacteria, of various kind of viruses. So your diet is what really, really plays an important role when it comes to letting go of toxins. Next is medication. Like just recently, I had a lady come to me. She's going in for a cataract surgery and her sugars are not in control. You will not believe it. She takes about 6 tablets only for her diabetes. On top of that, she's on insulin. She's on medication for her thyroid, for her blood pressure, and she had a urine infection because of the raised blood glucose levels. So she was also given an antibiotic. So imagine the kind of drugs this lady was on, and we had to correct her diet. Now, a person like this, we can't really, put her off medications to, bring about a detox. So be careful. Whatever it is, try and see that you reduce your medication as much as possible. Speak to your doctor right in the initial phase when you're diagnosed with diabetes or with thyroid or with any kind of an ailment. It is always in your hands to decide the progress of the disease. So medication is one issue that causes accumulation of toxins. Next is pollution. Today, pollution, control of pollution is not really in our hands. And rather than, air pollution, water pollution, and pollutions like this, the pollution that we really cannot see is the radiation. We have gadgets right around us. We've got our phones, we've got our laptops, iPads. Bluetooth headphones. These are all sources of radiation to us. So minimize the use of these gadgets could also help you in eliminating toxins. Next is a lot of stress and anxiety, also causes accumulation of toxins. And lastly, lack of exercise. Today we're all, working from home. Most of us, we're so confined to our chair, we are sitting most of the time. So sitting and lack of exercise causes accumulation of toxins, because the more you move, the more your body is mobile, the more your body lets go of the toxins. But if you're just seated in one place, there is no movement of the muscles, this causes an accumulation. Okay, so what happens when we have excess toxins in our cells? There are just two things that can happen. One is an acute disease and one is a chronic disease. Now, we all know that the acute disease is something that is easy to deal with. You'll have a running nose, you may have a rash on the skin, you may have a tummy upset. Now, these are conditions where your own body will fight. If there is any toxin that comes in your body, your vital force, so that is your strength to fight a disease, is very robust and it can easily fight it. So these are ways also that your body tells you, it's a sign that there is a toxin inside. The next is the chronic diseases. Now, chronic diseases happen when your cells are loaded with such a lot of toxins, and due to the lack of nutrients and due to the lack of energy production, it leads to chronic diseases such as arthritis, diabetes, kidney stones, gallstones, autoimmune conditions, this chronic fatigue, various kind of diseases. And that is the time your body starts accumulating a lot. And these are certain conditions where your body calls for a detox. It really needs to eliminate those toxins, even though you are taking medication, but you're not getting results. That means you really need to get started with the detox, because the accumulation has reached a point where your body is just going to give up. So now we need to start getting rid of the toxins. Okay, so what are the organs that we need to really focus on when it comes to detox? Firstly, and one of the largest organs in the body, which is really a house for a lot of toxins, is your colon. That is the large intestine, and also the small intestine. Though the small intestine does not hold a lot of bacteria and viruses, but the colon, it holds a lot of bacteria. Now, we all have heard of probiotics or prebiotics or, the good gut bacteria. But there are a lot of reasons this good bacteria can turn bad. One is the accumulation of toxins, of course, with the medication. If you're not eating your meals on time, you're eating a lot of processed food, you're, having a lot of stress and anxiety, you're drinking excess of coffee and tea, a lot of chocolates, or you're having some underlying problem, hyperacidity, things like this, the colon gets affected, and also the small intestine. Next is your liver. We all know how important the liver is. Then the kidneys, the lungs, the pancreas, the blood, and the lymphatic system. I will come to it in details. And also your endocrine glands. This is one area of our body which is completely underrated. We don't really give a lot of importance to our hormones, but the hormones are the ones that really drive a lot of cellular processes in the body. So let's talk about them in details. First is your colon and the intestinal detox. So why do we need the colon and intestinal detox? Major reason is your gut bacteria. Now, this gut bacteria is not just responsible for your digestion, but also to keep your mood up, for your immune system to function well, to keep your acid levels in the body going, and also for your hormonal balance. I have a lot of clients who come to me who have, very fluctuating weight loss patterns or weight gain patterns. Like they'll tell me, doc, I weigh around 68 kilos in the morning, and by the end of the day, I'm gone up to around 75. There's such a lot of bloating in me. I feel like, my whole body has swollen. It has just doubled in size. So these are all signs that your gut bacteria is not functioning to its max. Next is digestive enzymes and juices. Now, why are these important? Of course, to bring about digestion, but not just that, to bring about that comfort, to give you a good bowel movement also. So we need good bacteria in the, sorry, we need these digestive enzymes and juices also to be functioning all at the same time in a synchronous pattern. Bowel movements, we all know that if your gut is happy, you have a good poop in the morning, how good it feels. It really feels light on you, you feel satisfied. So we know the importance of a good bowel movement, and I believe that about 75% of our immune system lies in the gut. So it completely depends on what you eat. Yes, we've got our WBC cells in our blood, and we've got the tonsils here, we've got the other organs also that produce the immunity cells, but your gut is one area which produces your immunity cells, and it really helps to fight any kind of a bacteria or a virus or any kind of a fungus also that enters in. So these are major reasons you need to get a clean or a detox of your digestive system. Next is the liver. Bile secretion and production. It is very important. One of the major reasons people are having hyperacidity, gallstones, then even diabetes, things like fatigue, tiredness. One of the major reasons is their liver is very, very clogged. Even people taking diabetic medication, most of the time they don't really focus on cleansing their liver. Liver is one organ which makes glycogen. Now glycogen is nothing but glucose or blood sugar. So it is one of the storehouses for glycogen, for a lot of vitamins and minerals. People come to me telling me that, doc, I have been taking the best multivitamins, the best vitamin D supplements. I've taken injections for vitamin D, for B12, and still I have a deficiency. Why? Because your liver is not functioning well. It has been clogged at the moment, and the production or the storage of these vitamins and minerals is not happening. Next, the synthesis of plasma proteins and albumins and certain clotting factors also. So people who have bleeding tendencies, people who get bruised easily, they have wounds that bleed profusely, the liver is responsible also for that. And very, very important is your metabolism of fat, proteins, and carbohydrates. Now, we all know, we just say that, I can drink a protein shake and, work out in the gym and build good muscle, or I could run on the treadmill for about 20 minutes, or I could run for a walk for an hour and burn my carbohydrates and, fats. But if your liver is not functioning, these the walking, the exercise, and also your diet is not going to help as much. So we need to get the liver detoxed as well. The next organ is your kidney. Now we think that the kidney is only the one that filters all the fluid from the body and we pass urine. But no, it's got a lot of other functioning, especially promoting bone health and also to regulate your blood pressure. Now, some of the blood, the blood supply or the arteries to the kidney are ones that regulate your blood pressure. So if the kidney is clogged, or if the kidney is full of toxins, your blood pressure medication is also not going to help you as much. And you are prone to develop blockages, or you're prone to develop a stroke in the future. So get your kidneys cleansed. It is really, really essential. One of the major organs in the body to detox, to get your toxic material out, that is from your junk food or from your medication, is the kidneys. Also the liver, but the kidney is also one of the most important organs to get your toxins from the body, especially from certain medication. So if you're taking a lot of medication for your thyroid, diabetes, hypertension, and other hormonal problems, then you need to get a good detox of your kidneys, because this is one organ that really regulates the functioning of such a lot of other organs in the body. Also promotes bone health. Now people with calcium deficiency or people with vitamin D deficiency also need a kidney detox. Next is the lung detox. Now we all know how important our lungs are, because if you cannot breathe, you cannot be alive for a long time. So your exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, that is gas exchange. I've just mentioned oxygen and carbon dioxide, but there are a lot of different gases that also enter our body through the lungs. Now the lungs get really clogged with a lot of these polluted agents that come inside the lungs. So to breathe, you need those good lungs. And why are the lungs so important is because they carry your oxygen into your cells and the carbon dioxide out of the cell, so out of the organ. So one of the major reasons you need it is because of this. If there is no oxygenation of blood happening at the lungs, the body is not going to carry enough oxygen to your brain, to your kidneys, to your pancreas, and to throughout your body. So you're going to have less oxygen supply. So this can also lead to a hypoxic condition, wherein your body is receiving less oxygen. And when the brain becomes hypoxic, that means the brain is not receiving enough of oxygen through the blood. You can have fainting spells, you can have loss of memory, you can have depression, anxiety, a lot of other problems which are acute but can become chronic. There is also a condition called as sleep apnea that takes place, especially in obese people. It's not because the lungs are not functioning well, but because of the fat, because of the obesity, there's not enough not enough oxygen reaching the blood, and there is no enough oxygen reaching the brain as well. So the lung detox is something that is really important. Next is the pancreas detox. Now we all know pancreas is only for the production of insulin. Of course, it is one of the major organs needed to regulate your blood sugar levels. So insulin sensitivity, it plays a very important role in converting whatever food you eat into sugar that your body cells can take. Now what is blood sugar? Blood sugar means the increase in blood sugar, increase in sugar in the blood. Okay, now why does this sugar in the blood increases? Because your cells are not ready to take the blood inside, the sugar inside. So your cells are deficient of the sugar. Now what helps to get the sugar into the cells is insulin. That is what we call insulin sensitivity. That means your cells are now getting enough sugar from the blood sugars are getting controlled, but because are not, it's not producing enough insulin, or it is producing too much of insulin, there is an insulin resistance that takes place. And as a result, the sugars in the blood are continuously increasing, and your cells are still deficient. They're not getting the kind of blood sugar or the nutrients that they are supposed to get. And the second function of the pancreas is an exocrine function, which it helps in digestion. So your pancreas are also responsible for your digestion. They produce a lot of enzymes, especially lipase, amylase. These are enzymes which are really important for digestion, and they work hand in hand with your juices of the stomach, the enzymes produced by the liver, and also the other juices that come in from your gut. So pancreas detox is something that we should really be looking forward to. Next is the endocrine detox. Now we have got such a lot of enzymes in the body, and your endocrine glands are your thyroid, your adrenals. These are glands which are most known of. Okay, and also there's another very tiny small organ in the brain called as the pituitary gland, that is also an endocrine gland. Now we all know how important these hormones are, or the production of these hormones. They help in your growth and development, in metabolism, reproduction, controlling your mood. I get a lot of clients who have come to me with hypothyroid. That means the thyroid gland is not really functioning very well, and they have got such a lot of problems, from hair fall to irregular periods, infertility, to digestive issues. a couple of problems. So we all know how important the endocrine glands are. Also, endocrine glands are responsible to monitor our stress levels because they produce certain hormones that will take care of our stress levels, to how to fight a situation, something that is really negative that is happening, how to deal with stress also depends on our endocrine glands or the functioning of our endocrine glands. Okay, the next is your blood detox or the lymph detox. Now, blood and lymph are together called as the ECM. That is, in medical terms, it is called as the extracellular matrix. You don't really have to remember the name, but just remember blood and lymph and why it is important. Now, this ECM is an area where all your arteries, your veins, and your nerves meet. So it's kind of a a powerhouse or your storehouse for nutrients, or it's for your it's like a structure. It's a basic structure that holds your arteries, veins, and the nervous system together. So it's like a defense system. It's a basic structure. Just remember this. Now, if the ECM gets clogged, okay, or if it is full of toxins, the messages cannot go from your nerves into your cells. There is no transmission. So the quality of transmission is reduced. So what happens is the ECM is now clogged. The cells are not getting the impulse, the hormones are not getting received, the organs are not getting the message. So imagine what a chaos it is. And this is the major reason we need a blood detox or a lymph detox. The ECM is where all the toxins are present. It is a place where toxins get accumulated. It is supposed to get accumulated there, and it's supposed to drain through blood and through your lymphatic channels. But if it gets clogged, this is what happens. Your cells will not get the message from the nervous system, or it will not get the message. You will not be able to take the message from your nervous system into your other organs in the body. So just remember, these are the organs that we need a detox for. Now, how do we detox? Well, my theory of detox is, to bring about a change in your meals. It's not just a diet that we talk about, but more of a lifestyle. We try and eliminate all the foods that have brought about suppression of the functioning. So we eliminate all your processed food, your packaged food, your refined sugars, refined carbs. We take that out from the diet. We do not put you on just a juice diet, or we don't put you just on salads. We take care that all your nutritional requirements are met. Okay. Next is through homeopathic medication. We also have detox through acupuncture, reflexology. These are also ways of doing a detox. But one of the most important things that needs to be corrected is your diet. Then also bringing about a lot of potassium, sodium, calcium balance. Like I spoke right in the beginning, that how your potassium, your sodium play an important role. So bringing about a lot of fruits and vegetables into the diet, eliminating tea, coffee, drinking a lot of water can also give you a detox. But these methods need a very good monitoring. So if you're getting onto a detox where you're only having fruits, you're only having vegetables, and you're drinking a lot of water, this really needs a severe monitoring. It has to be done with a medical professional under the guidance of that person. Next is, you can also have a lot of supplements that bring about a detox, but it's not really helpful for people who have certain problems. I would rather suggest a customized detox plan, like the one that we are having now. It's going to start on Monday. Just by getting onto certain supplements and like calcium, magnesium will not give you as many results. Sorry. Okay. Next is exercise. Of course, exercise is a very, very important part of detox. And you could also get a massage, a hot and cold shower, skin brushing. These are techniques that you can do for a detox and could also give you results. Now, what to expect after a detox? What exactly I see in my clients after they have a good detox, a good 7 days detox, is one very important point that they tell me is an improved bowel movement, or they have a very clean bowel. Most of them who would have constipation, IBS, hyperacidity, they see a lot of improvement within a week in their bowels. Next is fat loss. I don't really focus on weight loss, because when we focus on weight loss, we really compromise on the micronutrients, that is on your calcium and vitamin and zinc. And the whole idea of detox is to get those nutrients back into your diet and into your body. So I focus on fat loss. And how would you see fat loss? You would definitely see inch loss on your waistline, or maybe on your hips, or even on the chest. You can definitely start seeing changes. Next is better quality sleep. So people who have insomnia, or who have a very disturbed sleep, or they wake up feeling really tired and fatigued. So this is one point that I have noted in most of my clients after a detox. Next is a good regulation of their blood sugar and blood pressure. So we don't stop your medication at the moment. You will continue with your blood pressure, thyroid, or your blood sugar medications. We will not tell you to stop anything or alter any of the medications, but we will really see a good regulated blood sugar, blood pressure once you get onto a detox program, at the end of the detox program. Next is a hormonal balance. Now, we have got vast number of hormones in the body, and signs of a good hormonal balance are, you will not really feel bloated. There's going to be, a very calm mind. You will not have a lot of anxiety, stress, and better sleep, better digestion. These are all signs of a good hormonal balance. So who needs a detox? So why should people get onto a detox? One is people with gastric issues. So those having IBS, hyperacidity, then gaseous bloating, you can get onto this detox program. It will really help you. Next is obesity. Now, like I mentioned in the previously, that we don't focus just on weight loss, but we focus on fat loss. And obese people don't really need to just focus on weight loss. They need to get rid of the fat in the body. So what the 7 days detox program will do is, it will start pushing your fat cells, or it will kind of accelerate your metabolism. So it will kickstart the metabolism, and gradually fat will start getting pushed out. There is no concept of melting fat, or there is no concept where you can just burn fat, in this 7 days program. I cannot promise you things like that. But what you will really see is better digestion, and you will see that your body is getting toned. You're feeling lighter by the end of the day. The next, the kind of individuals who can get onto a detox program are people with cardiometabolic disorders. So hypertension, or if you've had ischemic heart disease, or even a stroke in the past, or diabetes, or thyroid, you can definitely get onto a plan. Hormonal imbalance, especially seen in women with PCOD. PCOD is a condition wherein there is irregular periods. Irregular periods, infertility, there's facial hair, unnecessary weight gain, cravings for eating unhealthy food. These are kind of girls that also could get on a detox program. Next is migraine headaches. Now most people get migraine headaches because of dehydration, because of lack of certain vitamins and minerals. So in this 7 days, we can really correct those vitamins and minerals. We can correct the deficiencies, and we can take care of the migraine headaches also. Next is binge eating disorders. People who have the constant need to eat unhealthy food. You've just had your lunch, and you will be going to the fridge, opening the fridge to grab a chocolate, or you'll be going to a cookie jar, or going to grab an ice cream. Constant need to eat something fried, some fast food, some junk food. So these are people who definitely need a detox to begin with, to begin their fat loss journey. Next is sleeplessness. I get a lot of young people today who cannot sleep before 12. they have to sleep past 12, 1:30, 2 a.m. in the morning is what is the time that they go to sleep. So to get your sleep corrected, definitely we can help with the detox program. Next is fatigue and tiredness. Constant fatigue, you wake up in the morning feeling tired, or you just do some activity, a normal activity that you're supposed to do every day, and you feel tired. Chronic smokers and alcoholics. Now, this is something that is very important for them. Now, I wouldn't say an alcoholic is somebody who drinks alcohol every day, but even if you drink once a week, I'm not calling you an alcoholic, but you would need a detox, because alcohol is one such a food that does not really leave the body soon. It remains in the liver. So a liver detox is very necessary for people who drink alcohol at least once a week, not just alcoholics. And smoking, now we all know how fatal smoking could be, or how bad it can be. So smoking is also a reason why you should get onto a detox plan. Next is depression and anxiety. Somebody who has who feels low all the time, or who's got mood swings or constant anxiety and stress. And the program is actually open to anybody above the age of 18 who wants to start their fitness journey, or start eating right or eating healthy, can definitely get onto a detox program. So yes, I've come to the end of the session, and I think we can take questions now. What I would take is, if you want to ask me questions about the program, please go ahead and ask me. I'm happy to share my views.